Hello students, next chapter is transmission media. Physical layer deals with the transmission media and we will discuss the types of transmission medias. We have two type of transmission medias, guided and unguided. In guided we have twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optics, and in unguided that is wireless or air spectrum. First one is guided, that is twisted pair cable, a coaxial cable and fiber optics. Twisted pair cable, as its name indicate, twists are there in the cable. The twists are not only for giving the strength to the cable, it is for to prevent interference from any electro induced EMF source from any motor or nearby disturbing source. So, the twists are there. If induced EMF become part of one cable, then same amount of EMF added to the other cable also, and due to these twists the impact of the induced EMF that will be countered. So, twisted pair cable, the twists are for to prevent any external interference. Twisted pair cable comes in two types, twisted that is shielded and unshielded. Upper one is unshielded, having only 4 pairs with twist with each other. Second one is that is shielded twisted pair cable. Next one, this is the connector of twisted pair cable, that is called RJ resistor jack 45. Unshielded and shielded, we did in shielded twisted pair there is a metal shield to prevent it from external interference. This is RJ45 connector. Application of twisted pair cable is that it is used in telephone lines, digital subscriber loop lines and LAN cables. Next one is coaxial cable. Coaxial cable is the cable that you have used for cable TV also. The same cable can also be used to connect multiple systems on a LAN. So, the coaxial cable have two conductors and inner conductor that is covered by insulator, outer conductor that is in cross form again insulated by the insulator, and at the top there is a plastic cover. So, this is RG is radio government, this is the category. In twisted pair cable we use the category format is the connector format, that is registered jack. Here we use the categories are radio government 59, 58, 11. So, 59 is used for cable TV, 58 is used for thin ethernet and 11 is used for thick ethernet. The thin and thick ethernet means the bandwidth and the number of system that can be connected with this ethernet standard. We have three type of connectors in the coaxial cable. First one is BNC connector, that is the second one is tap connector, third one is the terminator. This middle one is very interesting. Whenever we have LAN with bus topology, it provides the connection with the main cable. And last one is terminator, because every cable, the coaxial cable was used as a backbone cable in bus topology. So, to terminate the bus means physically to stop the communication further, to stop the signals further, to stop the LAN at particular point, BNC terminator is used. Next one is optical fiber. Optical fiber is having bandwidth more as compared to twisted pair cable and coaxial cable. The optical fiber will work on based on the concept of reflection. So, send a optical signal in such a way that the optical signal get reflected to the internal core, and further it get reflected on the walls, again and again it get reflected and passed to the receiver. The optical fiber have two main concepts, one is core, one is cladding. Core is that material in which the optical signal will pass, and cladding is the material that is outer part of the core, and both the core and cladding have different density, and the concept is totally depending upon the density variation of core and cladding. Next one is we have three concepts. As I told you, the density of core and cladding are different. If density of core and cladding are different, and the angle of incidence of particular any optical signal, it it is compared with a critical angle. We are talking here, let the core is made of glass, the critical angle will be different. If the core is made of plastic plus glass, then the critical angle will be different. So depending upon the ratio of plastic and glass, the critical angle varies. Here in this diagram, the critical angle is 45 degree. If more dense area, yellow area indicates this is core, and outer white area indicates this is cladding. The density differs. Core area have more density and cladding area is having less density. So the perpendicular to the wall of core and cladding, that is dotted line, this is the main line where the ray get incident, and this angle of incidence is compared with the critical angle. Again I am repeating, the line perpendicular to the line of core and cladding, means where core and cladding meets, the yellow and the white portion meets, perpendicular to this line, the angle of incidence is measured. If angle of incidence is less than critical angle, then the ray is refracted. Refracted means it enter into the cladding area. Second one is, if angle of incidence is equal to critical angle, it pass through the wall, pass through the line that joins core and cladding. It pass straight. Third one is, if angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, then the optical signal get reflected into the core, and this part concept is used in optical fiber. In some optical fiber, second concept is used, that the ray pass along the line joining or the walls of the core and cladding, and third one, that is angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, so the ray reflected within the core, again the angle of incidence is in such a way that it again I is greater than critical angle, it bounce back on the walls of the core, and so on. And the concept is, the angle of incidence is selected in such a way that again and again it reflected within the core area. So this is the concept of optical fiber. We have three type of modes: multi-mode and single mode. Multi-mode means, as we did multiplexing, in multiplexing chapter we did wave division multiplexing. So students, if we need to send multiple optical signals, we have to use multiplexing with the optical fiber or optical signals. So we have two type of multi-mode concept here. One is step index, second is graded index. And in single mode indicate no multiplexing concept is there. So step index means the density of the core area. Step means a change at once. So this pink area is, this is core, and outer area, the grey color is, suppose it is cladding. So the density of core area is uniform, it is more dense, and at the point that is joining the wall between core and cladding, this area having, say, sudden change, means cladding area have less density and core area have more density, and the core area have density uniformly throughout the core, no variation from the center point to the walls of the core area. So this is step index, means the density change at once when the ray feel it is a wall between core and cladding, or we can say when there is a separation, imaginary separation between core and cladding, there is a separation of densities. So core area have more dense area and cladding have less density, so the density change at once, this is called step index method. And again here the optical signals are incident, optical signals are incident on in such a way that each ray reflect back, bounce back, and not interfere each other. In wave division multiplexing we did the concept, so same concept is implemented, but it is in depth with the angle of incidence concept. As the rays reflect again and again, so the energy loss is maximum. You can see this is source, this is original signal, and this is received signal. Second one is multimode graded index. In multimode graded index, the source, this is the original signal, and graded index indicate the center line, that is this arrow indicates this is the center of the core area. The density is more dense at the center of the core, and it gradually decreases if we move from center point to the wall of the core area to cladding. Means the density changes or decreases as we move from center of the core to the wall of the core. So this is graded index method. Here the energy loss is less as compared to step index. Last one is single mode. In this concept, it is used, the angle of incidence is equal to critical angle, the ray move in a straight manner. So there is no reflection. No reflection means no energy loss. So the source and destination, the energy loss is very less. So we have next one, diagram of optical fiber. This is outer jacket made of plastic. Cladding is, we cannot see the core area by naked eyes. First thing, initially in early days, the optical fiber was totally made, the core area totally made by optical, means it was made of glass, but nowadays it is a mixture of glass and plastic. The cladding part, then it is covered by plastic buffer, and then further covered by some threads to give the strength to give strength to the optical cable and outer jacket, that is to protect it from the other uh, problems. Fiber optic connector, these are straight pin connectors. Student nowadays, most of the DTH services, most of the setup boxes, they are connected with this type of connectors. SC and ST connectors. SC means subscriber channel and ST means straight tip. So these two type of connectors are used with the fiber optics. This type of uh, diagram or this type of scene we can have many times in near by areas. So these are simply outer jackets. This red color is not a optical fiber. Within this outer jacket, multiple 60-70 optical fibers are passed. Next one is unguided media. In unguided media, what we have, radio waves, microwaves and infrared. In radio wave, if we see the complete spectrum, 3 kilohertz to 900 terahertz. So 3 kilohertz, that is the frequency that human beings generate, 4 kilohertz, and up to 1 gigahertz it is assumed that is radio wave, and after 1 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz it is microwave. After 300 gigahertz to 400 gigahertz it is infrared, and next 400 terahertz to 900 terahertz it is light wave. So students, there is no separation, no definite separation of remark of line where radio waves ends and where microwave starts. So next one is, we have three type of propagations: ionosphere, so ground propagation, sky propagation and line of sight. Ground propagation means a antenna spread the signals near the surface of the earth. It will not send in the sky. Sky propagation, the antennas send the signals to the lowest layer of the atmosphere, that is ionosphere. And line of sight, two antennas, they are in line of sight and transmit the signals. These are some bands, means according the frequency, different applications like 3 to 30 long range radio navigation, 30 to 300 kilohertz radio beacons and navigational locators, 3 to 30 citizen band, that is aircraft, that is ship communication and aircraft communication, 300 kilohertz to 3 megahertz, that is AM radio. For FM radio, 30 to 300 megahertz, 88 megahertz to 108 megahertz. Our FM radio is in this band, very high frequency. And TV, some TV channels are also there. Ultra high frequency TV, cellular phones, paging satellites in ultra high frequency. Next, satellite communication is in super high and extreme high frequency long range radio navigation, that is radar communication. So the entire spectrum is divided into bands, and bands are further divided which part or which bandwidth is used for what purpose. So we have three already discussed: radio wave, microwave and infrared. Omnidirectional antenna is used in ground propagation. This horn antenna and dish antenna is used as a receiver, and horn antenna is used as a sender antenna. So infrared signals can be used for short range communication in a closed area using line of sight. So we discussed here three type of signals. Students, we have to note down one thing: if we move from 3 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz and further move to 400 terahertz, as frequency increases, penetration power decreases. Means if a person is using radio waves, it doesn't need any antenna. Microwaves, it needs some line of sight or some other thing. But if we use infrared we use in remotes, or infrared we use in wireless keyboards. You have used these type of applications of infrared. If we use remote in a room and the TV is in another room, it will not operate. So infrared has some limits, means penetration power is not there. It cannot penetrate within walls. It works on within few meters. So as we move from radio waves to microwave, the penetration power decreases but frequency increases. The exceptional cases of light wave, that is X-rays. X-rays having higher frequency but it penetrate in our body. The X-ray the doctors use, that is X-ray. It comes in this band 400 terahertz to 900 terahertz. So student, this was a concept of transmission media. Thank you.